Hello everyone, welcome back to Tartan Samurai Gaming. And by viewer request, we're playing World Cup Italia 90. So, first of all we've got to select our team. Now a couple of things you'll notice here. There are some teams who were at the World Cup but are not in this game. And there are some teams who were at the World Cup but who are in this game but were not at the World Cup. So, for example, we've got China and Japan over here, who both were not at the 1990 World Cup but are in the tournament. We've got the USSR, who were still a thing then. Algeria, don't know if they were there or not. Morocco, I'm not sure. But Cameroon were at that World Cup, as you remember, but they are not in the tournament. Neither are Ireland. Or I don't think Romania are here either, despite the fact that they were at the tournament. Hungary are there, despite the fact I'm pretty sure they didn't qualify. And yeah, so the reason for this, which I will explain now, this was not originally supposed to be the World Cup game. It was designed just as a generic football game, but at the very last minute, the World Cup rights were secured, so they slapped a World Cup label on it. And rebranded the title screen and whatever. So it's basically an Italia 90 game because it's got the Italia 90 logo on it, and that's it. The rest of it is just a generic international football game. Hence the rather random selection of countries, because also it was made in Japan, so they're not necessarily aware of which teams should be there and which aren't. But since it's a rarity to have Scotland at a World Cup these days, I'm going to play as Scotland, and let's see what we can do. You see, some of these are actually real names, and some of them are not, but it is kind of interesting to see. Okay, so who have we got in our group? We've got Japan, Argentina, and Italy. Oh, tough group, but I think we can do it. So, our first match against Argentina. So we are in the dark blue. Bit of a kit clash here, but we'll just have to work with it. Of course, the good thing about the World Cup is that even if we lose this first game, we're not necessarily out of it. But I don't intend losing, so hopefully we can get a result. Oh, that was unlucky. So it's an overhead game, as you can see, very simple. You've got your lofted kick, which is B. You've got your straightforward shoot, which is A. And you can also do little side pass, which is C, but isn't really very effective. That's your basic controls, and then there's your directions as well. Now if you press A when the ball is in mid-air, depending on your position, you'll either head it, or you will try maybe an overhead kick or something if you're feeling particularly spectacular. But yeah, that's very simple controls. Right, this is a chance, and there's a goal for Scotland. So the goalkeeper behaviour actually changes from half to half. So in the first half, goalkeeper is more susceptible to having balls lofted over him. Whereas in the second half, the goalkeeper is more likely to be susceptible to low shots that go to the far corners of the goal. But yeah, it's not that hard to score in this game generally. The most difficult part is getting the ball off of your opponent sometimes, especially when you're playing against one of the faster teams like Argentina. Oh, goal kick. You get these nice little close-up animations whenever it's a goal kick or a corner kick. Music for this is kind of upbeat and inoffensive as well, so that's nice. Oh, goalkeeper's off his line. Ah, but we couldn't quite get the head on it there. Oh, that was close. Oh, throw in. Throw-ins in this game are not very effective. More often than not, you either end up throwing the ball to your opponent or your opponent regains possession almost immediately after you take the throw. So it's a bit of a quirk of this game that throw-ins don't really give you much. Pushing for this second goal now. We need a second goal because it's Argentina. We can't take any chances. They are a good team. I'm not sure what the deal was with licensing in terms of player names or whatever at this point, because as you can see from that Scotland team, you know, the likes of Souness, Ruff and Leighton, they were real players. But then you had other names like McTavish that was obviously just made up because it sounded Scottish, so I don't know. You know, it seems to be a mix of real life and made up names. Certainly in the case of Scotland, anyway. But I remember, I think Argentina, their two main strikers were called Valdez and Campano, which were clearly, you know, mixing, matching of the real players, Kempes and Valdano, you know. So there's a lot of that going on. Bit of a stalemate at the moment. We're struggling to kind of do anything with the ball once we have it in possession. This is a chance though. And it's 2-0. Again, managing to catch the keeper out in no man's land there. Half time, 2-0 Scotland. We'll take that. You notice second half the goalkeeper is not as quick to come off his line at all, so he's kind of sitting back more and letting us come at him, which means we have to apply different tactics in order to score goals. But we'll still score goals, I'm sure, don't worry. Yeah, a lot of this game, you spend your time kind of scrambling in the midfield to try and get the ball and then do something with it. The issue with this though is that the shooting in this game does have an annoying habit of quite often just going straight at the goalkeeper, no matter how you time your shot. Oh, if I'd have been a bit quicker there, I could have followed up on that. Okay, yeah, see the goalkeeper is staying on his line this time, so the same tactic that we deployed in the first half is not going to work. So we need to get a bit more creative. Whoops, I just gave away a corner kick. I'm pretty sure I put that ball out of play there, but alright, I'll take the goal kick if you insist. Uh-oh, 2-1. We're in trouble now. Right, come on Scotland, we've got to step this up. I don't like defending this game because the goalkeeper is pretty much useless. Argentinians are definitely coming back into this though. We need to stay strong here, Scotland. Come on. Right. Okay, there's a high ball. Goalkeeper dropped it. And it's 3-1. Excellent. We needed that because the Argentinians are coming back into it. And of course, at the time this game was made, Argentina were the world champions. So I think Brazil are the best team in the game, but Argentina are almost certainly the second best. Oh, keeper's missed it, and it's 4-1. We're pulling away here now. Yep, there's another goal, 5-1. Like I said, low shots into the corners work particularly well in the second half. This goalkeeper tends to stay back on his line. Yeah, it was looking edgy for a minute there, but we're fairly comfortable now. And Scotland win 5-1. So let's have a look at the group. So Japan beat Italy. Wow. Oh no, sorry, I'm reading that wrong. Wait a minute, no I'm not. Yeah. Japan are on 2 points. So Japan managed to beat Italy. Well, there's a shock. Okay. How's the other groups looking? England and USSR look as if they're going through. Algeria and Spain. Poland and Mexico. Morocco and Brazil. Yeah, pretty much all going according to as you would expect. Right, second day, we're playing Japan. This should be an easier game. Japan are the second lowest rated team in the game after China. As you can see, we're already having a much easier time of getting on the ball, doing things with it. And when we lose possession, we very quickly get it back. This could be a chance. Oh, no, it was intercepted. Oh, ball took a strange deflection now. Oh, keeper handled that well in the end. Also interesting to note that this was, you know, at a time when Japan, as I say, had not really established themselves on the international front, and they were still, so in games they were mostly depicted as wearing white. You know, they're now famously known as the Samurai Blue, but in a lot of video games of the time, because Japan's international team wasn't really known outside of Asia, they were often depicted as wearing white, despite the fact that they'd worn blue for a long time. because most people, if they saw a team in blue, they'd be like, no, wait a minute, it's the Japanese flag is red and white, so it should be a team in white or red. So that was the rationale behind it, you know. Because although these games were often made in Japan, they were aimed at foreign audiences, because baseball was the main thing in Japan and still is largely. Although football is gaining, football, soccer, whatever you call it, is definitely the #2 sport in Japan now, behind baseball. But the gap is closing. Oh, over the bar. So we win this game, we're effectively in the knockout rounds regardless of what happens, but obviously if we can win all 3 games, that'll give us an easier tie in the knockout stages. There we go, 3-0. Yeah, we're taking charge here. Oh, keeper caught that right on the line. Little diving header there. Just wide of the post. Oh, it's a goal kick. Good save there by the keeper. That's the thing, it's fortunate that this isn't a particularly difficult game, because if it was, the fact that you're supposed to control your own goalkeeper makes it very frustrating, because you just can't react to the shots in time. Half time, 3-0 to Scotland. See if we can give our goal difference a bit of a boost in this second half. Oh, overhead kick. And it's 4-0. Very simple. Cross, header, goal. And again, exact same formula, goalkeeper caught out with the cross. And I'm going to guess that the Scottish strikers are a bit taller than the Japanese defenders. Oh, that's a save again. quite have the time to react on the rebound there. Ah, striker just ran past that there. So you get very little time on the ball in the penalty area because the goalkeeper just rushes you down so quickly. Straight at the keeper there, unfortunately. Okay. Thing is, Scotland are one of the slower teams in this game, so the game does get kind of bogged down in the midfield quite a lot, just because you're trying to create that little bit of pace and, you know, break away from your opponents and try and create something. So it can be a little bit tedious at times. But then, of course, sometimes you can just get lucky like that and get a goal. Yes, Japan, wonderful food, good midfielders, absolutely terrible goalkeepers. That's a long-running tradition, unfortunately. Oh, just over the bar. This could be another goal. Yes, 7-0. Oh, just overhit that slightly. Corner. Ah, time up. We'll never know what would have happened. Right. So Scotland are through. Oh, Italy are out. Argentina beat them in the second game. Let's see. So at the moment, the top teams: Algeria, Denmark, USSR, England, and Uruguay are level. Yugoslavia and Hungary are level. Holland are through. Oh, Poland, Belgium, Germany and Mexico is an interesting group. Brazil are through. Morocco and France. Okay, right. So we're going to play Italy. And Scotland are wearing their change strip, which at that time was yellow. Of course, the Azzurri of Italy in their traditional blue. And it's a goal. 1-0 to Scotland. Goal kick. Although I really think that should have been a corner, but well, we won't complain. Oh, hit the crossbar. So I'm seeing a lot more of the ball here than I thought I would against Italy. Oh. Oh, that was a good save. We just want to keep the pressure on here, get a second goal as soon as we can, just to make it a bit more comfortable. And the keeper has made a complete mess of that, and it's 2-0. What was the goalie doing? One thing about this game though, there are no fouls, so there's no free kicks or anything like that. And there is a penalty shootout mode, but not a penalty kick during the game. You can't get that. Goalkeeper and defender got a little caught up in each other there. And it's 3-0. Yeah, I don't know. Italy don't seem to be very good. They should have been one of the higher rated teams in this game, I would have thought, because late 80s, early 90s, they were one of the top teams in Europe, so it's surprising that I'm having such an easy time of it here. Might actually end up scoring more against Italy than I did against Japan, which is bizarre to think of. Then again, maybe not. We'll see. It's certainly a lot easier to win the ball back off the Italians once you lose it. Oh, that almost sneaked in. That's a goal kick. Half time, 3-0. We'll definitely take that. dear, almost gave the ball away there. All started from a bad goal kick. Yep, that was always going to happen. The Italians were threatening. Got a bit too complacent there. Right, come on Scotland, we need to get a couple more goals here, just to be safe. Can I win this ball? No, I can't. Okay. Oh, and it's 4-1. Goalkeeper caught out again in no man's land there. Notice again how I said before, the goalkeeper very much staying on his line for most of the second half. So we're going to try and catch him out by drawing him out with high shots. Oh, he's missed that. Oh, it's an overhead kick. How was that for a nice way to round off a good performance? 5-1 to Scotland. But of course, this is Scotland, so you know, round 2 we'll probably get knocked out by Algeria or something. We'll find it. We'll conjure some traditionally Scottish way to mess this up. Don't worry. Okay, so Scotland are through to round 2 as the group winners. Who else is joining us? So we've got Denmark, Algeria, USSR, England, Hungary and Holland, Portugal and Germany, Argentina go through with us, and Brazil and France. Okay, who have we got? So, we're into the final tournament. So, we're playing Poland. Okay, Poland for a place in the quarterfinals. So we've got to pick our team again. Right, we'll stick with Leighton. Okay, so knockout stage, round 1, Scotland v Poland. Have a strange, rather off-white with a shade of pink that Poland are wearing. Don't think that's their traditional colours. Thankfully there was no power in that shot because my goalkeeper wasn't moving very quickly. But this would be just the Scottish way, wouldn't it? You know, beat Italy, beat Argentina, lose to Poland. Wait and see. Hopefully not. Ah, that's a goal. 1-0 to Scotland. Alright, the show continues. He's dropping that. Ah, I couldn't quite follow up though. The only way to do that would have been a first time shot. Oh, it's 2-0. Header from the edge of the box. Again, drawing out the keeper there with the high ball. Oh, it's just over the bar. And the header, 3-0. We can fashion another chance here. Ah, I couldn't quite get on the end of it. Oh, just over the bar. We are throwing. Goalkeeper is nowhere, but luckily for him the strikers weren't there either. And it's another goal. Once again, keeper got caught off his line with a header. This is getting a bit predictable, isn't it? But 4-0 up and it's not even half time yet. You know what, let's set a little challenge. Let's see if I can get double figures in this game. No disrespect to Poland or any Poles watching, but I sense we could get a few goals here. So let's see it. Right, let's set a target of 10. Let's see if I can get double figures in this game. Make it a bit more interesting for myself. And hopefully for you watching. Right, that's 5. And it's 6-0. Tight angle there with the header. Can we nick another one before half time? Probably not, because this clock moves pretty quickly. Half time, 6-0 to Scotland. That's a headline you don't hear very often, if ever. Even when we're playing like San Marino or something. We still usually only win 2 or 3-0. Okay, let's put a cross here. And a header, and it's 7-0. Going on a little run here, but we got it back. Nope, defender took that well. Oh, keeper's caught out, and it's 8-0. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get the 10. I can feel it. There's 9. Oh, a diving header right on the goal line. I think ordinarily he would have been offside, but thankfully offside isn't a thing in this game. cross here. And can we get it from the tight angle? Oh, it's hit the post! That could have been the 10th. Come on now. Almost there, not quite. We're running out of time here. Right, last chance here if we want to get the 10. We've got to push forward now. We're not going to get it, I don't think, unfortunately. We're running out of time here. Yeah, that was probably our last chance. Yeah. Oh well, 9-0. Sorry, folks. We'll try and get 10 in the next game. Who are we playing next? Oh, Holland. Okay. So it's Denmark, France, Holland against Scotland, Algeria, West Germany, and USSR against Brazil. Right, Holland will be no pushovers. They were the European champions at the time this game was made. Caught that well. Yeah, I don't think I'll be going for any 10-0s in this game. I think the priority is just to win because Holland are a tough side. Better goalkeeper as well, as you can see, even if he did just punt it straight to my guy. There now. Okay, and the header, and the keeper couldn't keep it out. It's 1-0 to Scotland, finally. But you see the better goalkeeper there, like he almost got that. That would have been a clear-cut goal for against most other teams, but the Dutch, they've got some of the best goalkeepers in this game, I think, from what I remember. Oh, it's an overhead kick, and it's 2-0. Beautiful. Oh, 2-1. The Dutch are back in it. Goal kick. Just as well for the keeper there. He missed that quite badly. Oh, just over the bar. It's a good range for a header. Keeper had it well covered. Yeah, you can definitely see that, you know, a lot of the scoring tricks, if you like, that I was able to use in previous games aren't working as well here. The Dutch have a much tighter defence. Oh, just over the bar. We're just going to have to take a single goal lead into half-time, I think. Unless... No. Half-time 2-1. Okay. Chance here. Couldn't make space for the cross there, unfortunately. Oh. This is definitely a battle we're in here, but we'll get through it. Ah, it's a good block. Really could do with another goal here, because it doesn't feel secure at 2-1, especially because it's Scotland, and you know, Scotland being Scotland, we will find some way to mess this up. Yeah, apologies, I don't mean to sound negative, but that kind of fatalism is just, it's a Scottish characteristic, it's part of our national psyche at this point. Right. Making good progress, but we really do need another goal. Ah, there we go, 3-1. Just nipped in front of the goalkeeper there with a nice little header. Now let's get another one just to add a bit of style. Oh, just into the side netting. That's too close. If you shoot too close to the goal, the ball will just go over the bar if you hit your high shot like that. Goal kick. We should be safe now. I don't think there's enough time for the Dutch Holland to get up the park and score. Hopefully. Definitely not enough time for them to score two. And we're into the semi-finals. So who have we got next? We've got France. And in the other half, it's USSR or Germany. So, let's see. Okay, France. So Scotland will be in yellow here. France were something of a team in transition at this point because, you know, the likes of Platini and Tigana and whatever had retired from the national team, but you hadn't yet had the emergence of the likes of Zidane or Djorkaeff or anything like that. Jean-Pierre Papin was probably their star man in 1990, but France were significantly weaker then than they were in 98 when they won the World Cup. In 94 they didn't even qualify. Not many teams do that, go from non-qualification to winning the tournament in the space of 4 years. Quite impressive really when you think about it. But that France 98 team, they had something special about them. Really, there was a character about that team. You just felt they were going to win every game they were in. They're not winning this one though. 2-0 to Scotland. And that's another one. 3-0. Let that go for a goal kick. Oh, that was clumsy. Win that ball back. Yeah, that was just, yeah, fell asleep there. 3-1. Oh, there's a good one though. 4-1. 3-goal lead is restored. It's a very simplistic game, this, but it's fun in its own way. You know, it's no it's no FIFA or Winning 11, but it's all right. It's good for a little play. The only thing is, I wish that you could just play the penalty shootout mode separately, because the penalty shootout in this is actually a lot of fun, even though it's very simple. Draw the goalkeeper out here. Oh, hit the bar. Oh, I thought he might fumble that into the net there, but not quite. Can we get a fifth before half time? Probably not, but let's try anyway. Then again. Oh, yes. 5-1. Lovely. Oh, just over the bar. That'll be half time now. Well, not quite actually. Time for one more attack. Oh, and it's just over. Oh, I was just about to take a shot there. Oh well. 5-1 at half time. Looking good for Scotland to go to the final. Barring a major Scotland level collapse, we should be okay. Scotland famously beat France twice in the space of a year in qualification for, I think it was the World Cup, and yet we still managed to not qualify despite beating the best team in the group twice, home and away. We still didn't qualify that year. But you know, Scotland have got a little bit better recently. You know, they qualified for the last two European Championships, and you know, the World Cup is not beyond us. It's going to be difficult, obviously, but it's not impossible. I hope I'll see Scotland at a World Cup again. Last time they qualified for one, I was in high school. That's how long ago it was. Oh, a diving header there. That'll do. 6-1. Funnily enough, around this time, France had a goalkeeper, and he had one of the best names for a goalkeeper ever. His name was Dropsy. Oh, hit the post. Oh, 6-2. High scoring game this. Funnily enough. Oh, and there's a header. 7-2. Right, dare we dream of 10. We still have enough time to do it. We're going to have to get our skates on. corner. Yeah, keeper gathered that well. Ah, just missed the rebound there. It's hard to read those rebounds off the goalkeeper in this game. The ball just always seems to fall slightly behind where you think it's going to. Oh, if that just had a bit more power on it. So, running down the clock now. We're not going to get the 10 goals, but we are going to the final. And that'll be time up. One more goal just to seal it. 8-2. That's a nice even number to finish on. So who have we got in the final? Oh, it's the Soviet Union. So, Scotland, USSR, World Cup final. Here we go. USSR are quite highly rated in this game because they were, I think they were runners-up in the '88 Euro Championship, and although they had a very mediocre campaign in the actual World Cup '90, and the run-up to it, they were still quite highly rated. And obviously politically it will never happen, but it's amazing to think of the team that they would have if the Soviet Union as a country still existed. You know, you imagine all the best players from Ukraine, Russia, and all the Baltic nations as one team. They'd win the World Cup. They would win the World Cup. But most people, I think, would agree it's not worth the political fallout that would happen if that ever did come to be. No, they exist as a relic of a different time, but they still produce some brilliant footballers. You know, the goalkeeper Lev Yashin, the Igor Belanov, the World Player of the Year 1986, and although he was actually Ukrainian, he managed the USSR, was Valery Lobanovsky, one of the great football coaches of the 20th century. The coach who discovered Andrei Shevchenko, actually, who went on to become Ukraine's greatest ever player. Meanwhile, we're 2-0 up. We have been quite fortunate, I suppose, that we haven't had to play Brazil at any point in the tournament, but you know, we've played Argentina, we've played France, we've played, well, we're now playing the Soviets. We've played some pretty good teams. And Italy. I'm only kidding if any Italians are watching. I love a bit of the Azzurri, but don't seem to be very good in this game for some reason. Oh, hit the bar. And it's 3-0. Soviets do seem a bit slower than France, I'll say that much. Oh, but they've got a goal back. Just as I said that, famous last words. Oh no, I thought we were going to get a corner there, but evidently not. Oh, not quite. Ah, good save for the keeper there. Yeah, we're looking fairly comfortable here, but I would like a couple more goals just to make it more comfortable. Okay. Oh, no. Half time, 3-1 to Scotland. We are 45 minutes away from the World Cup. Although in all honesty, the USSR probably have as much chance of winning the World Cup these days as Scotland do. Actually, fun fact: the last time there was anything resembling a team of the Soviet states was the 1992 European Championships, where they played under the banner of the CIS, the Confederation of Independent States, which was never actually a country. But the reason being that the Soviet Union had qualified for the European Championships in 1991, then the country ceased to exist at the end of that year. But somebody had to get their qualification place. So, of the 14 constituent states, independent states that formerly made up the USSR, I think 11 of them agreed to form this team called the CIS in order to play in the tournament. And Ukraine wasn't one of them, so even then, things were not going well between those two countries. The team, it was a strange one because they had no national anthem, they had no fans. They did okay in their first couple of games. They got draws with Germany and the Netherlands, who were both very good teams at the time. And then in the last match they ever played, they lost 3-0 to Scotland. So, and then once they were out of the tournament, that was it. The CIS ceased to exist. So, one of the shortest lived footballing nations in history. They only ever played 11 matches in total over a 7-month period. And yeah, so Scotland become one of the only countries in world football to beat a team so badly that the team disbanded the next day. So yeah. And sadly, in the 30 plus years since then, Scotland have won a total of 1 game at a European Championship. we're 4-2 up here. We're doing okay. Funnily enough, I actually have a CIS jersey amongst my my football shirt collection, and that's as you can guess, quite a valuable one because it was a real rarity in terms of, you know, it was only, I think, on sale for, you know, about 6 months, and it was only ever worn in 3 matches. You know, it was made for that Euro '92 tournament, and that was it. Okay. I think we're just going to play out a nice little win here. Maybe see if we can get another goal or two just to cap it off. Nope. Somehow I managed to blast it over the bar from about 6 yards out. Oh, the overhead kick there from the angle. That would have been a good one if that would have gone in. Oh, there's a nice little goal just to round it off. 5-2 to Scotland. And Scotland have won the World Cup. It's something I will never ever get to say in real life, so I'm going to enjoy it today. Yep, Scotland are the world champions. Here's a roundup of our results. So we beat Argentina 5-1, Japan 7-0, Italy 5-1, Poland 9-0, Holland 3-1, France 8-2, and then the USSR 5-2 in the final. So, that will do. That was a good, fun little playthrough, and yeah, I get to live out my fantasy of Scotland being world champions, which will never ever happen in real life. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed that. Thank you for watching Tartan Samurai Gaming. Please check back soon. More retro gaming content uploaded every single day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.